Chiropractic. Dr. Amy here, president and co-founder at Animal Chiropractic Education Source. It's a day here at the A.C.E.S Ranch. Wildflowers are blooming all place. You can see reds and yellows and purples and blues everywhere. The bees are so excited for this time of year. And this is what makes our honey especially tasteful. In a honey tasting test taste, our honey wins out all the time because it doesn't taste like sugar, it tastes like wildflowers. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about animal chiropractic, building it as a profession. Animal chiropractic is coming into its own. Last weekend, many of you know that we spent the weekend at Sherman Chiropractic College in South Carolina, Spartanburg, South Carolina. Dr. O and I were both invited to come speak to the assembly on animal chiropractic and about the growth potential for animal chiropractic in the chiropractic profession. And it is moving forward at a blazing speed of light. We've made huge strides this year to make animal chiropractic a more sought after profession. For those of you who still think it's kind of a hobby, it's something you do because you love animals, let me change your mind a little bit. What we did was helped these doctors recognize that it's not just a certificate anymore. It is a diplomat. It is a specialty. So when you go board certified, whatever doctor you're going to, that's what your animal chiropractor will be in the next 2 years. It'll take about 2 years because there are 2 more parts to the animal chiropractic training now. A.C.E.S certification was at one time the gold standard, the top of animal chiropractic training, but we have added another layer. And that new layer will help these doctors become, number 1, more efficient, number 2, more professional at it, number 3, business builders, not just people with a job, and number 4, they will help communities become healthier, wealthier, and wiser. If you're a veterinarian or a chiropractor and you have been waiting because you wanted to do animal chiropractic but you never thought it possible that you could build a business on it, now is the time. You have waited till exactly the right time to get started. And getting started with your animal chiropractic training is a big choice. It's a big decision, but it doesn't have to be alone. You don't have to make that decision by yourself, and you don't have to make that decision in the company of people who are saying, oh, you're crazy. Well, how are you going to make a living doing that? Let's think about that. Many of the biggest businesses in the industry, in the world, were built by people who were told exactly that. How are you going to make a living doing that? And we want you to know that animal chiropractic is a giant profession. It's here to stay. It's here for you to help do super good in the world, to grow your practice, to make more money, to help more people, and to help your community in general become healthier, wealthier, and wiser. How does that work? Well, you're going to affect more people than just the owners of those animals, because we know that through animal chiropractic in the food chain, we can affect people who've never owned an animal, but who still go to their farmers, buy beef, buy chicken, buy eggs, and eat them. We just heard last week from HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, who said, eat real food. Stop eating stuff that comes in a package. Eat food that's wholesome and densely nutritious. He confessed himself that he eats a lot of protein. And by protein, what he means are meat sources. Meat, fish, eggs, and poultry, right? Birds. And that sustains his healthy and vigorous lifestyle. Come on, guys. The guy is 70 years old and he can probably outrun half of the 20-year-olds in the country because they are not eating a healthy diet. If they had access to a healthier protein sources that are better for them and not fake or laced with sugar and pesticides and all kinds of other heavy metals, they would be doing better too. If you want to be a part of that movement that helps the 20-year-olds in your life get healthier and live longer and safer and better lives and be more productive, so they're not sitting around all day, so that they have less depression and less anxiety. My son was talking about a friend of his yesterday who appears to sometimes ebb and flow through signs of anxiety and depression, in part because he's a little too sedentary. He doesn't get up and get out and move around as much, and he may not be eating quite as healthy a diet as he could be. That said, we want you guys to be at the root of that. We want you to be a big part of providing that healthful lifestyle for these kids. Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com. We start Lab 1 today, but for those doctors who signed up yesterday, they started class yesterday. So start the day you register, get to Lab 1 as soon as you can, and start helping those animals. Find us today at animalchiropracticeducation.com.